I'd like to speak a little bit about the method, the methodology behind Superstar Screenwriters training, and about the methods that I think are ideal for empowering screenwriters that I use personally in my one-on-one training courses, as well as when training screenwriters or other kind of writers in a group setting. So first of all, I am a strong believer in leading by example. So every time I teach a certain writing technique, I attempt to provide at least one or several examples that I craft myself. I don't like using only examples from popular movies. I prefer my students to see the process of creation of an example. And sometimes I even use a technique called lead writing, when I create something and improvise a story right in front of a student. And the student is watching me create it, and the student's task is to improve the scene, the dramatic situation, the bit of dialogue, or the story itself after I wrote the sketch. This allows the student to develop confidence in his or her storytelling abilities, and also to approach a very important task of writing really fast. I believe in fast writing. Life is short, there are plenty of stories to tell. That's why we need to be able to write at quality, at maximum speed. I think that writing is a skill that needs to be developed and maintained. I believe in techniques, I believe in craftsmanship. So people develop, even very experienced writers tend to develop bad habits if they're out of practice. It is my purpose as a teacher to give my students enough practice, enough technical equipment. Always give them something practical, a tool to solve a problem. And I am a great proponent of daily writing practice, and I attempt to motivate my students to write daily, and I help them to write daily. I am with them on a daily basis. So our larger plot twist training program is designed exactly that. It's going to be ongoing training under my supervision, and hopefully we will be able to provide people with enough tools to accomplish their goals as storytellers. I also like to use patterns. Patterns are the techniques. Patterns can be easily used to, you can easily apply a pattern to a story in any genre and be very successful in solving creative problems using patterns. Using patterns, specific tiny snippets of techniques, allows writers to eliminate scarcity mindset in their storytelling. Very often I encounter this problem. People believe that there's only one story they can tell, that there's only one great story idea they can work on, and overall that all the great stories are already told. That's, the jury's out on that one. I really believe that there's infinite possible number of great stories to be told. They're all unique because we as people, as writers, are all unique. So my job as a writing teacher is to help a writer to reach that that place, that infinite well of material, and to get that material out of that well and put it on paper. There's enough stories, original stories, in everybody for several lifetimes of a very happy, successful, fulfilled writing. And our purpose here at Superstar Screenwriters is to help people to get to the point when they feel the same way. We also talk about writing for mastery versus writing for career. There's a fundamental difference between these two directions. Writing for mastery requires us to not think much about how the project will be implemented, put into real life, but think only about the best way to deliver a certain technique or a certain unique creative solution. Whereas writing for career starts with us thinking about in what way we could make this project a reality. Ultimately, those two things converge in a writer's masterful toolkit, but we always need to know what we're doing right now. Is it for career? Is it just for practice? If it's for career, we need to be very pragmatic about how a certain project is going to be realized. If it's for practice, for mastery, we don't have to worry about those things, and we can go wild in what we can create. sometimes we can go wild first and then think in what way we could actually tone it down, or maybe find a creative solution, $5 solution for $1 million problem, and make it a reality.